Have your kids seen that part of the movie?
I do remember covering my son's eyes. I was like, oh, I forgot about this bit!
3D!
When you're in the water, you really do look cold.
Well, I mean, sometimes we were cold, and that was actually something that I said, I requested. I said to Jim Cameron, I said, you know, please don't heat the water too much, because it wouldn't have felt right, you know, to be comfortable in a situation like that and within a scene.
No, you're not comfortable. It's obvious you're not comfortable.
Well, it would have been a hell of a lot colder for the people that went down with the ship.
Sure.
And so, you know, you could sometimes use that temperature, and we were pretty freezing, but we kept sort of holding each other's hands, going.
To act when you're freezing is hard to concentrate, just because I'm really temperature sensitive.
Perhaps the most memorable was the spitting sequence. I think.
Oh yeah. I would like to say that was all my idea.
Was it?
That was all my idea.
It was. Really? It was the most humbling experience I think I could imagine. No, we did this 27 times. Yeah. Truly, and I mean,
Kate got better each time, so I didn't want to stop. She was like getting so good.
You did do it a lot.
We did it a lot, and she got a little dry at a point.
Not nice. They'd run in just before you know Jim would yell action, and this blob of KY jelly on my tongue.
No, it was pretty brutal. But the problem is there was like 400 people standing around watching this, you know, between takes, and it was 27 times. It was like, I don't know, some kind of like est retreat or something.
That was a funny day, because I think it was like the first day. I think it was our first day of work, if I remember it correctly. The poor girl had to, you know, be completely naked in front of me, you know, in front of the whole sort of crew.
Oh boy.
And it was like jumping right into it, you know, for her. And I wasn't uncomfortable at all. I mean, felt uncomfortable for her. I mean, it was rough, but the scene worked out well.
Put your hands on me, Jack.
You said, "Put your hands on me." Put your hands on me, Jack. That's my new line. Put your hands on me. What about when you all are in the back of when you are like making out and the scene comes on the window? That scene, actually, I have to say, was probably one of the most uncomfortable scenes to shoot, because it was a tiny little space. It's not easy. So this was, you know, this was kind of difficult too, and we had lots of sort of glycerin all over our skin to sort of make us look sweaty and things. But now fluff sticks to glycerin. We were covered in fluff. Leo had my makeup on him, I had his makeup on me. Our legs were very kind of tangled up, and my arm went dead at one point. Where's the camera in that shot? Oh, I can't even remember. It was sort of wedged into some strange position.
When we had to shoot the scene when Leo was, Jack is handcuffed to the pipe, and Rose comes and rescues him and smashes the handcuffs apart with an axe, that was terrible, because it was a really small set that we flooded. And there were so many things floating in the water, pieces of furniture, chairs, you know, just general debris all over the place, papers, so much stuff. And I had to bash my way through all this stuff, which was moving constantly because of the movement of the water and everything, and the different levels of the water, which was changing continuously throughout the scene. The following day, I had deep, like, blood bruises all over my body.
When I'm watching the movie, I'm thinking, I wonder if they went pee-pee in the water tank, or if they got out.
Oh, no. We did. It was so awful, because Leo would sometimes say to me, sweetie, I gotta pee. Okay, oh, that's so right. And so I sort of swim away for 3 meters, la, 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 la. Oh, warm patch, and then swim back in, and then it would be his turn. It was terrible, really. I mean, it was awful, and you always felt awful doing it, but it was always, it took too long to get out, and the wet clothes, and, oh, God. So I confess, it happened.
You see, I'm so sick that...
There's nothing I
Celine was not impressed. Not impressed.
And I kept saying to Renee in the back, I was like, I'm not gonna sing that song, I don't like that song. So I went there and I sang the song and they kept the demo, and the actual real record, actually, the one you hear, is the demo. I never re-sang for a record that song. So I'm glad I did it. I was wrong. I didn't want to do it. I'm glad they didn't listen to me.
I gather there were some dangerous scenes as well. Is it true that you almost drowned?
You know, it felt incredibly frightening when we were sort of trapped behind the iron gates and things, and we would break free, and then there was a coat that I was wearing that kept getting caught in the gate, and at that point, you know, I did sometimes think, oh, you know, and you sort of really panic and your adrenaline's pumping and everything. Wearing those period costumes in the water was a very difficult thing to do, and high heel shoes catching in the dress so I couldn't kick sometimes. But there were men sort of untangling my dress from my legs under the water, and I really was fine at the end of the day, but occasionally it did feel a bit frightening.
Try to stay still.
Okay, now when he is drawing and all the beautiful sketches,
Right.
that's not real?
No, that's a real drawing, but that's not Leonardo drawing.
He did the sketch. He
No,
did
that's
it.
your hand and you sketching.
That's my hand, right.
That's your hand.
That's my 43-year-old hand there trying to pretend to be 20.
Wow.
Yeah.
How do you feel when you hear the song now?
Like throwing up. No, I shouldn't say that. No, actually, I do feel like throwing up. Because it's like, ooh.
What was there a scene in which you look back and it? Oh my goodness!
Every single scene, I'm like, oh, really, really? Oh my god, I can't even listen to myself. It's awful. There's this image of Leo and myself, and I just went, oh my god, make it stop, make it stop, make it stop. Oh my god, make it stop, switch it off, turn it down. Somebody, turn it down. Oh my god, Rebecca Pauly.
It's a nude scene.
I haven't seen the nude scene in 3D.
Mm-hmm.
Have you?
Yes.
Is it all right?
It's beautiful.
2 boobs, 4 boobs.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
Oh my god.
Your kids, have they seen it yet?
No, I haven't let them see it up until this point because they've actually been too young, you know. They're 8 and 11 and just about the right age to be able to see it. Certainly my 11-year-old is. I mean, they'll probably just be really embarrassed. They'll be like, oh.
بنتي ليل قابلتها في الشارع توصيها بإيه؟
لا يا سافي شوفي